As we get our emails in on the WCC, these questions that come up at our different meetings, we try to make sure that we facilitate all the answers out there to the public. And that's what we've been doing on our different guest speakers. And so we try to move that around, and our next guest speaker is kind of fits exactly some of the questions that have been coming through regarding the city of Wildomar. Our next guest speaker is the Deputy City Manager of Temecula, Yates. And he has first-hand knowledge of running the city. And so, we welcome Yates.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here tonight. I'm going to give you a little bit different perspective than the public safety agencies. I'm going to try to give you a perspective from the local government, vantage point. I'll give you a little bit of information on myself. I've been involved in local government management for over 20 years. I've been in the city of Temecula since 1991, so shortly after incorporation, I've been on staff in the city. Prior to that, I was with the city of Carlsbad, where I was the employment manager, and we talked a little bit about labor relations and liability and all the things that go along with having your own police and fire departments. I lived that for a lot of years, and believe me, I love contracting from that perspective. It's a very good move for the community. And when Temecula incorporated, there were two primary areas that we were focused on. Number one was parks, and number two was police protection. And then on top of that, we really wanted the citizens voted to incorporate so they could get control and really start making some of the decisions, have the city council make a decision, hiring a city manager and city staff to carry out the policies that were put in place by the city council. And so I can't tell you enough how important it is to if this city of Wildomar does come to a creation, that you really look hard at the contracting for police and fire services, because one of the things that became very apparent for us early on is that if we were to operate our own police and fire departments, it would take us a lot of staff resources, a lot of time, and one big claim from a police or fire agency can really set you back as a newly formed agency. And so having that ability to basically tender those claims on to the county is really, really important. What I'm going to address a little bit is the local government control issue and how a city council provides direction to city management and how the policies get carried out. I think Pastor Ron asked a question about planning, building, fire, and plan checking. What the city of Temecula did when we incorporated, we actually started out using private companies to get our foot in the door and really start taking all those cases from the county and helping us get ourselves on track. And then over time, we hired staff to come in and following city council direction, setting policies, standards for plan check, making sure we're able to meet the community's needs. One of the first issues that you'll face if you do become a city, or opportunities, I guess, is the way I'm looking at it, is a general plan. And you'll be able to really take a look at all of your planning opportunities, take a look at all the constraints that you have in your community, and really come together and try to figure out how you want to address some of those. There are so many different areas that I could talk about on my journeys, and also the city of Temecula's journeys. There's always something new and exciting that we can take a look at to make your community better. And that's been exciting for a staff member to really get involved in some of these issues, and do what you're doing tonight is very important, so you can start, asking questions and getting information from different people. And again, I'm here primarily to answer any questions, and so I don't have a prepared presentation. I will tell you on the emergency side, one of my roles in the city of Temecula is the emergency manager, and I cannot stress enough how important it is in today's world to be able to have public safety professionals that you can lean on. Peter Lent, the Emergency Services Division of the County Fire Department, provides so many services that if we were to do it as a city, it would literally take 5 or 6 staff members to provide training, to keep track of everything, to make sure that we're going after grants, do all those things that really come with the benefit of contracting. So I just wanted to make that point real strongly. So with that being said, I'm here to answer any questions that anybody has about the cityhood, city of Temecula, anything that we can